What's going on, everyone? Today is another it's actually something a little bit different. I'm actually today going to show you something personal, very personal of mine. No, it's not my penis, because that's nasty. But I'm actually going to show y'all something personal. It's actually some of my art. I got this piece in front of me, and yes, I know it's blurred. It's blurred for a reason. Pretty much anybody that's seen my work on Instagram, they know exactly what this is. Today, I'm actually going to show you the growth of a toy company I'm going to create, or in so many words, actually have already created. I'm just going through different avenues to try to take care of stuff. But what you see in front of you is actually one of my art pieces. And this particular art piece that you see in front of you is a piece that I've drawn, and I had got commissioned by a guy to do a statue of it. Now, the guy that did the statue of it lives in China, and his name is StoneLeft. Really amazing dude. If you have an Instagram, look him up. He's a fucking beast. But today I'm going to show you the art, and then I'm going to show you the piece. So this way, you can actually see how good this guy really is. So this character has been in development for a very long time. I've been drawing him probably about 15 years. So I've literally been creating him just over time. So as time progressed, I thought of new things, added new things, took away things, so forth and so forth. So just like detail wise, and I want y'all to actually look at this and get a real good look of the character, because when y'all see the statue, I don't want y'all to be like, oh shit, that doesn't look like him at all. Because it actually does. It looks a whole lot like the character, actually. And this is my work when I'm actually concentrating, I'm serious. I take kind of long on pieces solely because I want the piece to come out as best as it possibly can. I'm really picky, and I'm a dickhead on myself. I'm pretty bad on myself. If I see something that doesn't look good, I'll trash that shit and think nothing of it and move on to something else. So that is a full-blown look of the piece. Now let's go ahead and look at the statue. So this is the statue that was created by StoneLeft. Now I'm gonna zoom out so y'all can get the whole entirety of it. And let me brighten this up a bit for y'all. There you go. So certain colors may look kind of oversaturated solely because I'm trying to make sure y'all be able to see everything. StoneLeft took my art and I submitted it to him and pretty much told him what I want, how I want it. So the only thing that's on this statue that's not designed by me is technically the base itself. Further as the two dead bodies, well, the one dead body and the ninja itself, I created from scratch, which you clearly already seen the ninja. The dead ninja that you see, I actually drew up and submitted it to him and told him how I want him to lay down, what colors to work with, so forth and so forth. And he made it come to life. All right. So let's get into the detail of this. Now, I'm not going to be over the top because, one, I don't really criticize. I like the piece, but I can't be like, oh, this is the greatest piece, because I'm not going to do that. I'd rather let y'all be the judge of that, and definitely leave comments below. Let me know what you think, because I'm taking this toy shit real serious, and I'm going to make sure the details, the articulation, it's going to be there. I know this is not a toy. This is actually a statue. This was created to be mine and mine only. I got so much good feedback that I decided to actually make 4 extra clones. 2 of them clones are already sold. And then this character that you see in front of you that I got copyrighted, he's going to actually be the first toy that I put out. So I am very stoked on trying to make some things come together, and I hope you actually enjoy the design of it. And as for getting it started, I'm going to go through Kickstarter and run through that. So that way I can get the ball rolling at least. So let me bring them up closer real quick for y'all. And let me see if I can tone it down just a tad bit for y'all so it won't be so bright. But like I said, he nailed the character design. It looks like the character. And I drew, this piece was already pretty much drawn. All the stuff below it, I drew panels on how armor should fit on the character, how the armor actually works on the character. I did the whole 9. And I'm gonna be honest with you, for a dude to be in China and you don't know how the translation is gonna come out, you don't know if he's gonna be able to understand certain things, this guy blown me the fuck away, because he was able to take what I sent him and nailed it damn near every time. It might have been a few things where I might say, hey, you need to change this, or this need to be done over, or whatever the case may be. But when I say that man works efficient and he takes his craft extremely serious, I was extremely happy with the product that I got. Let's see if I can tone that down a bit, because that's really bright. There you go. And to kind of give you an idea, like texture wise and so forth and so forth, let me go ahead and come down a bit so you can see that face a little bit clean. Alright, let me lock it. Sorry for the jitterness. There we go. Like, all of this is the sculpture itself. That's the texture of the sculpture. What you see below it, like, let's say this right here, that's real rocks. So I don't know where the hell he got the rocks from, but he took real rocks and crazy glued them to the base, which is really cool. I noticed a lot of statues that kind of come from there, or the guy that he kind of looks up to, that he told me that he really looks into work, they use a lot of materials, like real materials, to kind of give the textures and so forth and so forth. This right here, I forgot the name of that particular material, but it's like packing shit. Like, so this is like what you use for the pack boxes, but it worked really well. It's supposed to be like dried out snow, kind of like when the snow is on this verge of melting, and it's either really hard from the sun and so forth, or just the temperatures changing. So he really picked a damn good thing to make that happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it to the side so y'all can see that. And as you can see, this is like fake fur, which was cool because the character has fur on him. So it actually worked out really well. Get a focus on his hand. He got it all bloodied up. Oh yeah, and the blade got some stains on it as well. He did a real nice job. Go to the back real quick. Now this little white dot you see, that's my doing. Cause I had to put some fur in certain spots to give it a little bit more depth and be a little bit more filled. And I had a fucking speck of glue on my finger, and the damn speck of glue pulled off some of the paint, so I'm gonna have to touch that up, but it's all good. Let me go ahead and raise this 1 second. Actually, you know what? Before I raise it, let me catch the dead body from this angle so y'all can actually see. Like I was saying, I'm really, really happy with it. He did a damn good job. Alright. Spin him a little bit more. I'm gonna raise this. Might be a little bit of shaking going on. And it's funny because the choices of materials he used to create certain textures, like, it's fucking crazy. Like, I'm gonna run a few things past you so I can kind of give you an idea. So, like, the hair itself, if I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure I'm right. It's like wiring, either that model kit style wiring, or it almost feel like Brillo pad wiring. Like, it's crazy, but he painted that. If you look closely, see if I can bring him up a little bit closer for y'all. He put real string in the back to tie it up, because that's how it's designed in my drawing, which was really cool. A lot of stuff I had to draw like right on the fly, because that piece that I showed you at the beginning of the video, clearly it doesn't have a back. So when we decided to actually make this a statue, or when I decided to make it, because this is the thing, I gave him 2 characters to work with. I said, hey, who would you like to make? Because I know as an artist, even for myself, I hate being forced into a corner to have to draw. So I didn't want to do that to him. So I told him, hey, here's 2 characters. You pick which one you rather work with if you want to do a statue. And actually, before I even told him about it, and before I seen his work, he actually favored one of my pieces. So I always like to go back and see what other people have on their page. 'Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, if it's bullshit on the page, I click right the fuck back and I go somewhere else. But if it's art or any form of art on the page, I'm gonna check it out. So I seen his work and was blown the fuck away. So that's why I was like, no, fuck this. Gotta take this opportunity to go ahead and contact him. So that's when I contacted him and so forth and so forth. But he, I let him pick his own choice. I said, go ahead, you pick what you like, man. And I'd rather you do that, so that way, whatever you do, you're gonna enjoy doing it. Because what I don't want to do is give you something that you're gonna be like, what the fuck, I hate this shit. Because I know how I can be. Like, I'll do stuff, and I mean, granted, we all do stuff to make a living, of course, but don't mean we actually like the shit. And sometimes we'll tell people, I've told people plenty of times I don't like something, or I'm like, I'm not really all into this, but I'm gonna make sure I get it done and make sure it look nice, but it doesn't make it any different or any special. So it is what it is. But like this right here, I wish I could tell you exactly. If I'm not wrong, it's like paper that he glued repeatedly, but it doesn't feel like paper because he painted on top of it and he coated it, whatever the fuck he coated it with. But this shit is like firm. It's firm as fuck. So like, I'll show you after this video the kit, the actual kit that I did have someone have some interest in it, and I'm gonna show it to them so they can actually see what they're working with. But it's a kit, and it comes everything that you need to get this figure to look like this. It comes actually in the box. The person has to paint it, of course, and glue certain things. Some things are gonna be a bitch to glue. I had to do some of them, and I know I was damn near driving myself crazy, but I mean, it is what it is. This came all the way from China, and that's a pretty big hefty piece to be coming from China and making sure that it make it here safely type situation. So I knew something, thank God it was nothing really, really bad that got damaged. Actually, it wasn't even damaged, more so certain things came loose, like some of the real rocks actually came off the base. So I had to find holes and what works and what looks good, and I fucking glued them back on there myself. Made them look nice. kind of way he had it. Some stuff I clearly knew where it came from because it left nice ass little gaps in areas, and I was like, yeah, clearly this shit should have a fucking rock here. And I just made sure I got that taken care of. I'll go ahead and flip around. It's the back of the dead ninja. There we go. Nice good cut wounds. Like I said, nice texture. And clearly whenever he got this casted, he had it cast with the actual real texture on there. Because if you feel like this part, you can hear it. Definitely has like some type of fabric. Same thing goes for the headpiece. But this is like clearly smooth cast. Let's go up to this. Now, these little beads here, the little knuckle guard, yeah, that had to be glued on, or has to be glued on. It's a bitch. It's definitely a bitch. So, like I said, the type of work that this man put into this piece is fucking crazy. Like, I repeatedly told him he did a fucking amazing job. The thing is, too, that I really would like to state, more so than anything, is the factor that here's a person that's across the fucking world, you know, that I had to reach out to. And you have people that you can reach out to at a closer scale, of course, and they're douchebags. Like, they either act like you don't have the fucking money to pay for something, so they constantly keep reminding you how much something costs. It's like, look, dude, I didn't fucking ask you about the money. I asked could you do certain things. And I've came across a few people that's like that. And granted, you do have people in the world that bullshit. But let's be real. As collectors, we're clearly not broke. Or we might be faking the fuck out of it, but for us to pay for some of the shit that we pay for, and that's from one collector to another collector, you can look at someone's collection and be like, this motherfucker got some money, or this motherfucker clearly spent some money, right? So if I reach out to you to get something done, you should not assume that a motherfucker don't have the money or the funds. Now, that's not saying that you may have something that's worth that much, because I've heard people tell me some ridiculous ass prices for shit that's clearly not worth that much. And they was talking out their ass. And anybody that pay for that shit, you retarded. But whatever, that's another story. But my thing is, don't assume that people don't have money, or don't assume that people can't pay for what they want. And what I like about this guy that I dealt with, he actually, you ask him something, he give you a cost. He don't bullshit around. He don't try to see if you can take a softened blow. Like, either you gonna take the fucking pay, either you gonna pay what he asked for, or you ain't gonna get shit. And it's as simple as that. And that's why I like to work with him, because it wasn't no wondering or guessing or, oh, is he really gonna do something for me, or whatever the case may be. Like, he told me, he said, hey, this is how much it's gonna be. I said, all right, bet. I said, let me get back with you. Let me go ahead, get my money together, and I'm gonna holler at you. And that's what I did. And he had the same great attitude he had when he first spoke with me to the time we was done with this piece. So, shouts out to StoneLeft. That's a really good person. But yeah, that is the full piece. So, after all of that I just showed you, I really, really hope y'all liked it. Because like I said, I do like to have feedback, just because I want to make sure whatever I make, it's going to be good. I don't ever want to make something and then regret it, or I made something y'all like, what the fuck is this? So I really do hope y'all like it. Don't give me no bullshit. I can take criticism. It is what it is. Definitely give me that. And I'm not talking about criticism like, oh, you're a douchebag criticism. I'm talking about like constructive criticism. Shit that has valid points. Don't say shit, but oh, this is stupid. And that is your fucking answer. Because your ass is stupid. And I'm not even going to acknowledge your ass. I'm probably going to erase the comment and keep it fucking moving, just because it's just that damn dumb. But y'all know what I mean. So as for how this statue comes when it's not painted, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all. There's quite a bit of stuff going on. So For example, the sword is going to come like that. Well, the first part of the sword, unpainted. So that's the blade itself. You're going to get his leg pieces, his sheath, his hair, the stuff that you see in the baggie. Let me go ahead and try to focus on it. What the hell? That's the stuff for his knuckles. This right here is the part for his foot. So you can paint behind the foot to get that nice paint job going. You're going to get, what the fuck is this? I don't even remember half of the shit that's in this bag. Oh, this is what I could show y'all right now, which was, like I said, was kind of blown away on it. This is the belt. So it comes like that. Like I said, it's really hard, really hard. You don't gotta worry about it tearing or anything. Really nicely done. All right. You're gonna get both pieces here. That is his straps, like the one that goes around that belt piece I just showed you. Actually goes also around the sheath. Here's some fur to make sure you have enough. Like I said, it's not real fur, so animal people don't fucking like lose your mind and want to kill me and shit. But that's some fur right there. Get that. You're gonna get tissue paper, which was really unique on his choice on how he made some of these parts. So it just stuck to a piece of plastic. That's actually, zoom up so I can show y'all. That little strip you just seen, that is to make what you see here, which is that and that. So really good choice. Like I said, his choices were pretty damn phenomenal on what he made work. As for the statue itself, pieces clearly come unpainted. But you know, you just gotta cut off certain parts so it can fit the socket. What's also really nice is how good everything came. Like, no problems whatsoever. Like, here's half of the body. So all the detail is there. Everything in my drawing is clearly there. Like I said, he sculpted the shit out of this art piece. As for the base, alright, here's the base. And I'm gonna show you the details that he actually captured, which is like fucking crazy. This is all sculpted. Well, not sculpted, but you know, all put in a little machine to get everything, all the real textures that he messed with. So even casted rocks directly onto it. And this thing is heavy. This thing is real fucking heavy, actually. And if you notice, I'm zoom back real quick. You have to create a base if you want to. He created a base for me, just so that way I have something a little bit heftier. Bring on the camera. See? So you can create a base to your liking, whatever the case may be. Last but not least, if I forget. I damn sure did. You're probably wondering how big the statue is. This is how big the statue is. Anybody that owns that special edition Dark Souls, he stands, or between the base and everything, he's slightly over the Dark Souls. Now granted, like I said, the other part didn't come with a base. I mean that big block. So he's probably roughly, I'm gonna say, if that's 12, he's probably like 10 inches tall. So it's nicely sized. But that is my statue. Hope y'all liked it. Like I said, once again, please give me feedback, because going into future projects, I'm gonna make the best out of this, and I'm gonna make sure I damn sure deliver when it comes down to making toys. You know how hard I am on toys, so I'm gonna make sure I be just as hard on my own shit. I'm not gonna be that individual that be like, yeah, this shit's dope. I know this shit trash. Not that guy. So other than that, y'all have a great one. Thanks for checking this out. Peace.